Hi, Liz Turnbaugh here with the Leslie McDonnell Team in Remax Suburban. I work with so many first-time homebuyers and have some really helpful hints and top mistakes that I see first-time homebuyers making that I wanted to share with you. So if you are a first-time homebuyer or know one, you can share with them so they can avoid. The first mistake is when a first-time homebuyer does not get a pre-approval before house hunting. The reason this is so critical is because when you work with a qualified lender, you can really understand what you can afford. You can understand what homes are within your budget and what makes sense for us to look at. So for example, you would work with one of my qualified lenders that I recommend, or one that you have, whichever way you want to go, and we may find out that you're pre-approved for a house up to $400,000, which is great. I'm also going to ask that you work with the lender to understand by increment what your monthly mortgage would look like. So if I bought a house at my max budget at $400,000, what does my mortgage look like? If I buy one for $375,000, what does my mortgage look like, etc. Understanding this will make sure that we don't get you into a home that puts you underwater. The second reason we want to have that pre-approval is we're in a really competitive seller's market right now. And by having that pre-approval ready to go, if we walk into a home that you fall in love with and want to buy, we are ready to get your offer in that day and hopefully get it accepted just as quickly. So having that pre-approval is key. The second mistake to avoid is thinking that you should avoid getting an inspection on a home. When you find yourself in a very competitive seller's market like we're in, it can be tempting to want to avoid doing an inspection. I get buyers who say this all the time: would it make it more appealing to the seller? And while the answer is yes, skipping an inspection would make it more appealing, I never advise it for a couple of reasons. Number one, you wouldn't buy a car that you didn't test drive or you didn't take to the mechanic to look at, a used car, right? We shouldn't buy a used home that we haven't done an inspection on. We want to know if there's anything really costly or hazardous from a safety perspective. There could be things like plumbing leaks, mold that you can't see, faulty wiring, structural problems, roof issues. There could be other safety issues like radon and carbon monoxide. We need to know what you're getting into so that you can plan if you want to still take those things on, still continue to purchase the house, or if you want to back out of the offer, which you still have the right to do at this point without any risk. So we want to have a pre-approval, and we want to make sure that we do not skip inspections. Those are key. If you want more tips on what to look for when buying your first time home, reach out to me. Liz Turnbaugh, Leslie McDonnell Team, Remax Suburban.